When you have a bill from the IRS, the first thing to really think about is whether you really do owe the money, and that is the first conversation I will have with a client. Do we have any arguments that this number is wrong? There's always an argument with respect to penalties being added on, so I will always ask, okay, well, if you owe the tax, what excuse do we have? What reasons do we have for this assessment? Can we at least think about getting penalties abated? If all of those questions are exhausted and we owe the money, and this is a matter that's been, through the administrative process, and that very often happens. By the time I get it, sometimes it's already in collections. There are really three alternatives. One is if you can pay it off, you pay it off. The second is a payment plan, and the IRS looks at a 10-year collection window from the time the tax is assessed. If they determine, and it's a process of providing them information with respect to your financial capability to pay, but if they determine that you can't pay it off within 10 years, then you can pursue an offer and compromise. In other words, pay less than the full amount. But these are processes of going through and proving what your capacity to pay is, proving what your assets and income are, and putting that proof to the IRS and having them make a judgment. If none of those things work, then I refer you to a bankruptcy attorney. But the caveat there is very few tax liabilities are dischargeable in bankruptcy. So those are your options. They're relatively limited.